I just finished all of my tax prep for the year. Hallelujah. Let's go do some thrifting and celebration. I start off at Giving Tree. This is a local thrift store here in Topeka, and they do provide me with some free boxes for shipping, so I always do a little shopping when I stop by. I started out a very cute spring vignette in the front of the store, but I could tell it had been mostly picked over. I moved on to my next favorite section, the kitchen section, and found some goodies. These glass juicers sell pretty well for me. I grabbed them both. I ended up putting the smaller one back at checkout as I noticed a couple chips on the edge of it. These bookends were so weird. They replicated like alligator skin. I had to touch it and feel it. I didn't like it. I left them behind. I did, however, like this basket and grabbed it. It was the only one I got that day. It was reasonably priced, I think around $2.50. The rest of them were the same price, and as you can see, way smaller, not near as cool. So I left the rest behind. Moving into the tool room around the corner, I found this rusty green box. Y'all, I don't know what it is for. If you know, drop me a comment below, but you know it had to come home with me. Even with a $9.99 price tag, I still brought it home. That was about all I could find in the tool room, and I come back out to the knick-knack wall. Look how pretty and boutique-y they have this thrift store set up. I liked this little wall piece, but the heart cutout in it and a $5 price tag, I went ahead and passed this time. These floral prints were very pretty. I liked the material they were mounted on as well, but they were $5 each, and the yellow color was a little off-putting, so I passed. These wall pieces were very interesting. They were mounted on like MDF board with a brass cutout of a little ice vehicle, and then it had another one here, this little covered vehicle. Now, I grabbed them, I had them in my cart, I did some research, they were selling decently online. I ended up putting them back. They were $5 each, and that MDF wood was not in the best shape. I just decided they were going to be a project that I didn't have time for. I did, however, grab those 3 canisters. They're going to be great for some of my new transfers. And this cloche came home with me as well. Maybe I should have grabbed this cutting board. It had some cute little feet attached to it already and looked like it had been used a bit but still had a lot of life left. I ended up putting it back. I did grab these little wooden candle cups though. Look how cute they are. And then when I looked up in line, I was waiting to check out, I saw this cat. 99 cents. She hangs over the edge and somebody made her a ball of yarn. Of course she had to come home with me. Stop today is the Owl's Nest. This is the antique mall where I used to have my booth. In fact, my booth space used to be right here. They have turned it into a little community space where all of the vendors have a special piece featured each month. How adorable. The manager set it up, and I did end up grabbing some cute little bunnies out of this area. Around the whole antique mall and did some shopping, but I definitely have my favorite booths. This one here always has some amazing brass. I ended up picking up a couple of pieces today, a swan and a duck. He also has this little dollar bin right at the front of his booth that I always enjoy peeking through. I think I found a basket and a couple more duck figurines in here. Another one of my favorite booth spaces here is another one of my friends and employees at the antique mall. Look at this beautiful brass table she has in here. It's a great price, beautiful plant stand. I have no need for it, so I didn't pick it up, but I had to take a chance to admire it. This vintage English bed warmer was absolutely gorgeous. Look at the patina on this thing. That would make a beautiful piece of wall art. And on this booth table, I found a couple of old oil lamp parts. They said they're brass, but those were actually copper, and I went ahead and snagged those. I had found another one thrifting earlier this week. They're gonna make a great set. Y'all might as well just start calling me the crazy critter lady. I cannot stop picking up adorable animal statues, y'all. I really had to contain myself. I found a ton today. This booth had a nice little area of vintage kitchen items, and I found a couple of great wood pieces and some even more amazing, unique copper pieces. Drop me a comment if you collect vintage banks or if you know anybody else who does. I always thought they were really cool, and I love the teal color on that register bank. This brass pitcher was pretty as well, but I ended up passing. I already have quite a full cart already. I wish I would have picked up this cow creamer. I might go back later next week and see if it's still there. It's actually, I guess, a sugar dish, but it was so cute. This booth space here always has some adorable items. You can see some things I've picked up in the past, and one of these little painted birds. I did some of these on a video a while back. I almost grabbed the ducks, but they were a bit expensive for their size. I left them behind for somebody else to love. I always appreciate a fun label. This one was called a sad iron, and it made me giggle. Box, but then I noticed the design was carved, so I ended up passing on it. But when I turned around, y'all, I spotted this one. Handmade old wooden work tote, marked down from 20 to 12. Of course, this one went straight into my cart. Does not need a cute pair of salt and pepper shakers on their Easter table. These little chicks are going to be perfect. And another fun fact for you, this was my very first ever booth space right here. A little 4x6 is where Upcycled by Bree started. I can't believe it. This is always a cute setup over here, and I ended up finding a couple bunnies. Loved this vintage one, but it was $20. So I stuck with the terracotta one. And I think I've looked at these angels before. Drop me a comment if you remember them. I was so close to picking them up, and I left them behind again, and I'm kind of mad at myself. Drop me a comment. Should I go back and grab them? I think they were $15. The patina on this planter was to die for. I went ahead and grabbed it, and look, here are some bird's nest candle stands. I always love seeing these crafts inside of the antique mall. A fun cloche down here, $9. I went ahead and passed on it, but this vignette, it did include an apothecary jar full of these old spools. I just love this look. That's why I pick up the old apothecary jars, so you can put different things inside of them, and they always come out really beautiful. Some ideas on styling glass flower frogs. If y'all have pictures to share with me, drop them in the Facebook creative group. If you're not part of that yet, there is a link down in the description box below to join. I absolutely love this booth. They have raised their prices a little bit, which is probably a good thing. They were a little underpriced before, in my opinion, and this seems more spot on. Now, unfortunately, these aren't resale prices for me, so I didn't pick much up today, but I always enjoy looking at that booth. And then look at this creamer collection. I wanted to buy every single one of them, but they were like $7 each, and these are all little mini creamers. I just love how they all look together. I wrapped up my trip at the antique mall with a couple of cowbells. These are like the real deal, but they should be fun to create a little bit of faux patina on and sell them. And also I had to grab this bird cage. It was $20, so I paid up for it a bit, but look how beautiful. The one up on the shelf was $40. I passed on it, but this green one had to come home with me. Here's a peek at the items I grabbed from the Giving Tree and the antique mall. All of these items will be featured on my live haul Saturday, March 4th, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time over on my main channel, Upcycled by Bri. If you're not following me there, it is linked down below. Make sure to do so. I go live every Saturday morning and show y'all my junk. I found some amazing critters this week. There's kitchen items, there's wood and spring. Y'all are not gonna wanna miss out. Be sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite item is from these two stores this week. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new thrifting videos. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye, friends.